Everyday Spacer.
I'm Jeff Miller, 2049 Outfitters.
At Everyday Spacer, we show regular folks how to personally and directly participate in space exploration, science, and astronomy. We're here on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific time, 5 a.m. on Saturday in London, and 3 p.m. on Saturday in Queensland, Australia. We're broadcasting live from Thousand Oaks, California. Quick note, before we get going, we have some feedback on the type of shows that we do. So we'll start bringing more profiles to you. Thanks to our patrons for filling in the poll on Patreon.
Tonight's guest is Dawn Jenkins, and she returns to talk more about her website. We'll be back in
I'm back.
Tonight, we welcome back Dawn Jenkins. Remember, she reviewed her website for us a couple of weeks ago. We'll get a quick peek at Astra's Stargate redesigned homepage, then take a deep dive into Astra's Observers page.
We'll be looking into upcoming astronomical events, one of which is a bright comet, and then there are a couple of solar eclipses coming. Also, where to find the Australian Pomona Astronomy Club will appear on Astra's as well. Welcome back, Dawn. Please share with us these new developments.
Yes, I'm really excited about them. I'm ready.
Cool.
I'm ready to go.
All right. You want to share your screen?
I'm going to share my screen.
All right, good.
Let's see where we're at here. Oh, I'm not on the right window, but that's okay.
You do have to share it again. Oh, there you go. That's it. Awesome.
There we are. And I blew it up a little to start with. Maybe just a little too much.
Oh, Scott says, welcome back, Dawn.
Yeah, hi, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Hi, Scott. Thanks for joining us.
I'm glad to be back. So here it is, the new design, the newly redesigned Astra Stargate homepage. So I know I showed you about the little icons up here, and we talked about the various pages that are on there. And I used to have the homepage, just the whole page had a lot of writing on it, but I've changed the style, more modern. So when you come, you just have to click the button so you find the topics you want.
Cool.
And so I've always featured this Astro News, and this is where I'm plugging the What's Up in the Night Sky, the almanac. You'll see that on here a lot because I'm really trying to up the viewership. And we're going to talk about Astra's new pages, actually, the eclipse guide.
Yeah, I really like the new design. That's good.
I'm really happy with it. It's more streamlined. It doesn't have as much clutter in it. So there's the kind of the businessy stuff there. And this is the way I decided to discuss each of those pages. So we're gonna slide past these, and we're gonna go to the Observers page.
Cool.
Which is newly redone. So if you click up here, you'll go right to the page. If you click down here, you're going to see the content that I'm offering on the Observers page.
All right.
So we're going to dive in here pretty quick. Of course, observing includes the question mark. And I think I'm just going to make sure I talked about everything. I'm going to just take us into the Observers page. I'm going to click right here. There's the Observers page.
Yeah, and this is a great resource for people who want to go out, even if they're new, even if they're experienced, right? You have a ton of stuff on here.
There's a lot of links to help you get around. I've got a lot of pages on there. I have to kind of correct something I said on the last show. The comet on the Observers page, this comet up here, I didn't remember the name of it. I was a little nervous, but if you go down here, the feature image of the Observers page was taken during observations of Comet Hale-Bopp. It actually tells you.
Hale-Bopp, yes.
Yeah, so we're going to start. These are the pages that are actually my pages, my own pages that are on here. And they're just listed in a a sequence so that the things that are actually material that you will get at Stargate are here. Now, when you go down to the thing, you got another plug for what's up. Then you start seeing the links that I have going out. I show the things that apply during, in the different topics, but I've just separated the Astra things out. So I'm going to go take us right down here on to, well, no, I'll show you the new feature. Here's how I've got it featured in here. Uh, Eclipse Guide. And then these are the pages that we're going to look at. We're going to talk about both of these eclipses when I go into the eclipse, the new eclipse guide. But for now, we're going to keep going down here.
Yeah, I didn't even know about the annular until you said something the other day. So thank you.
Oh, I'm really excited about that annular eclipse. It's well, you'll see the track of it. It goes through southwest and Texas, and yeah, it's really exciting.
Very good.
Okay, so
because that's this year. That's later this year, right?
That's in October 14th.
So we got 2 coming up, October and then next April.
Right. I mean, we are like, next April is like, what is it? 14 months away, and October is before that. So we got some exciting things going on that are actually reachable by people who are in the North America or close by.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm going to go down to the comets page because I'm so excited. I want to talk about this new comet everybody wants to look at. I'd like to look at it. Maybe someday the sky will actually be clear. All right.
That's the one thing I really appreciate about this area. It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, wait until you see the map that we're going to look at later and talk about observing in clear skies. I'm going to click on the comet page here. This is the comet page. And what I do is I try to, if there's a bright comet, I try to go in here and add it. So we are looking at, in this, what's up is Comet 2022 E3 ZTF. That stands for the Zwicky Transit Facility.
Okay.
Discovered last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're past perihelion, which was January 12th. But on the outbound leg, it's going to whiz by Earth on February 1st. So if you're wondering, you've been observing it because it's been by the sun. All of the materials on there have been heated up, and they're all really excited. So actually, it's more exciting on the way back. This particular comet is more exciting on the way back.
So February 1st, is that going to be the best day to look for it? And does that apply to Southern Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere, both? What are we talking?
Well, we're going to look at the finder chart in a little bit, but this is in the northern sky. Right now, it's very close to the bowl of the Little Dipper.
Okay.
So I'm sorry for anyone who's down south, but this time it's the north that's getting the view. So now we got you back for the last one that we got after it got better. After it was starting to fade, we got to see it. It took a while. That's on this page too, but we're probably not going to talk too much about it. But I wanted to show this. Okay. I wanted to put up a finder chart, and I never found one I really liked. So what I did is I went out to a website called the Sky Live, and I'm going to click on it here so we can go in there.
Yeah, and I forgot to share. Let me put the links up for people, and I'll share in the chat as well.
Oh, okay, that's great.
That's how you find that.
I'd like to blow this up a little bit. Sometimes I don't want to get too much.
Hey, Cliff. Cliff is here.
Hi, Cliff. So the Sky Live, they have some information about E3. I guess I'm going to call it E3 for convenience sake from now on. if you go to the Sky Live, which is also has links, other links on the site, this one is focused right into the comet. So if you're on here and here's the chart, here's the finder chart that they have.
Ah.
So this is where it is. Polaris is up here off the screen. So it's getting.
You're in a good position, but your clouds are going to obscure it. That's too bad.
Yeah, what sky? I know it's
Yeah.
totally overcast today. I just wanted to show people, if you're interested in going into the Sky Live, I'm trying to find it.
What's the URL for that? I'll go and get that link too.
What's that?
What's that URL for that?
It is the Sky Live, one word.com.
All right, let's try it out.
And it's HTTPS. I wanted to show how to get into the. I don't know if this is going to actually get me into the live view. I think, let me just go to the planetarium. I shouldn't have turned it off. I turned it off. So if you go to the planetarium.
Ooh, that's neat.
And here. Yeah. And it'll show you. And let's just go ahead and let's just put comet.
And I did add that to the chat, so that should be a live clickable link for people.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
But
so
this is a great site to go to at any time. Oh, there
very good.
Okay. But I wanted to just show this off here. I have to hit enter. Is it really looking for it? I feel like it didn't go to see this comet for me. Okay, there's Atlas. Let me go back in here. Oh, I didn't put comet in the name. Maybe that's why. I was waiting for it to. Okay, here we are. So let's say you're looking at something, anything. Tonight we're looking at this comet, but you're looking in here. If you go up to the location up here and click here, you go in here. I'm going to just put Cleveland, Ohio. Submit the query. No location selected. Okay.
Yeah, in the meantime, Dave came on. He says, "Hi, Dawn. Good to see you back in Australia. Its best past time is February 10th through 12th. Then comet C/2022 E3 will be visible very close to Mars, 10 by 50 binoculars up to Mars, and go slightly to the left." Oh, he says some more here.
That would be fun.
The coma of the comet is strongly green from glowing diatomic carbon molecules common for comets.
Yes, I have a link to a YouTube video where Anton Petrov talks to it. I don't understand why it doesn't like my search here.
Yeah.
Hello. Come on, there's a lot of Clevelands. Give me one of them. Now, if I use this latitude, they're gonna, I don't know why they can't find Cleveland. I did this. Okay, here we go. Let's pick our location on the map. Okay, I'm good.
Apparently
you're over here on the right continent. Okay. Oh, I can move it. Okay, this is close enough.
Yep.
Confirm my location. So if you put this in, and you let them, you accept their cookies and everything, when you come back into the Sky Live, you will already be at your location.
Nice.
So that was one thing that I wanted to show. Now I'm going to go back to the comet page. Or am I? I just hit it like this, didn't I? I went in there like that. Yeah, come on. How do I get out of here? Get me out of here. Okay, there we go.
There you are.
So, yeah, here's the link to Anton Petrov's video.
Cool.
And it's a very nice video. It's a very nice video. So I found this other comet. It wasn't really all that exciting, but if you keep going, here's different links. And then there's the one, and Neowise, that's the one I was complaining about, that it was definitely in the southern hemisphere when it was at its best anyway.
So just so you know, Don, Dan came and he was on Facebook, but then he came over to YouTube and made a couple comments. Diatoms on the comet, is that true? I don't know. That was what.
No, she was talking about.
Oh,
she was diatomic.
Well, that was Dave.
It's actually carbon.
Yeah. Okay.
What is it? Diatom carbons.
Or diatomic.
Yeah.
So
as in two atoms.
Yeah, I think that they have like two molecules and it breaks them apart. But anyway, that's what causes the coma. But okay. I set us up to look at some pictures. Let's go over to the pictures. And I love this. I found this on the Pomona Astronomy Club site.
Oh yeah.
And these pictures just blew me away. I don't remember seeing this many colors on a comet. I don't know if it's because our equipment is so much better now. I suspect that's probably the case. If you look, this is the ion tail that always points away from the sun because the ions interact with the solar wind.
Yep.
And then this is dust. So the other thing I did is I clicked on here and I went in to get a bigger picture.
Oh, beautiful.
It's just, these pictures are just incredible.
And that's thanks to Cliff. He's in our audience tonight. So
yeah, that's thanks to Cliff. Yeah, I put a thing out on the observers page to connect up with the Pomona Astronomy Club because I am really loving those posts on that site, on that page.
Yeah, Cliff's a lot of fun and has wonderful information.
So, and speaking of that, why don't we pop back over to the observers page?
Alrighty.
From here, I mean, there's more here, more interesting things.
Yeah, great resource, people. And you know, if you wanted to focus on something like this, you could make a website. You can come and visit Don's site for information and resources. And holy mackerel, there's a bunch of stuff in here.
Yeah, there's a lot to get out of the observers page if you need help with.
You said the whole site's over 300 pages total, right?
It is. It's over 350 pages.
Yeah, so check it out, folks.
Observing aids.
So let's see. That was got the observers page, and we've got the eclipse page here too. Are you going to there next?
I'm not going to go there. I'm going to show you how to get to the Pomona Astronomy Club from the observers page. You go down here. Find astronomy organizations around the world on Astra's Starlink page. So you click on here, and right there you can see I've been there. Australia and the South Pacific.
Nice.
And it's up at the top now. There we go. You click on there. And that's how you find your way around the world on Astra.
So it kind of looks blank. Is it waiting to load?
It's probably loading. I know you guys all know what it looks like, so I'm just going to go back because it's loading. It's usually Australia doesn't take that long to load, except that they're having their day and I'm here in the middle of the night.
Yes, it's Saturday there.
I also added, Pam, the Astronomy Club of Kosovo.
Oh yeah, Kosovo. Yep.
Canberras. Yeah. So on this page, I've got, I put things in here. I put links people request in here. Sometimes I put them elsewhere too. I was excited to get this request.
Yeah.
And they've been going on there for a while. And then there's astrophotography on here. There's also astrophotography on the astronomy page.
Oh, good. I want to learn that.
I don't know the subject that well.
Yeah,
And
me
then I've
neither.
got all the NASA sites.
So we had a couple comments. Daniel was asking, will the James Webb Space Telescope do some green comet photography? Is that too close?
Yeah, I don't think they like pointing it toward the sun.
Yeah.
And it does.
Well, they got a whole shielded thing, so it's
right. Yeah. And when it's far enough away from the sun for it to be pointed at it, it's not really comet-like. It's basically a floating ice ball.
Yeah.
Well, they could look at it. They could look at it. They could look at it.
In infrared.
If they had a reason, probably they'd have to have a compelling reason to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If there's if an object comes off where there's a compelling reason to look at it, they will, move around those telescopes and look at it.
So yeah, Cliff came on too. He said, like me, it's the internet. I have to use my phone, can't use computer. And he goes, oh, stormy and very hot. Of course, it's the opposite down there than it is up here.
Well, we had some yesterday.
No, that's one thing that I really like. And as the older I get and the problems that I started to have, I really have to, do the astronomy, hands-on astronomy on the internet. Fortunately, today, if an event gets clouded out, I just get on the Griffith Observatory live stream.
Oh, it's wonderful. The options.
Anything you want to see. If you can't see it from your location, somebody's live streaming it.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I was a couple of years ago looking at a transit of Mercury, and we got to see it for maybe a half an hour, and then it went into the clouds, and we came inside and we just turned it on our
and ours was the opposite. It was cloudy, and then all of a sudden it cleared up. It was like, oh my God, we get to see some of it.
Yeah, and that was really funny. We also got to see an airplane go across the sun.
Oh,
it was really cool. The shadow of it there, just like go across the sun. It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah, on the live stream. So they're like, oh, I wonder what flight it was. I think that was at the Griffith Observatory. But yeah, I've been all over the world. I've been to a lot of observatories.
Very cool.
Yes, it is.
So let's see. You're gonna do more of your website or the resources there?
Are we ready to discover the upcoming eclipses? These are really exciting eclipses in the next 15 months, but they are in North America.
Yep.
So I'm gonna hop back over to
I did it right this time. I shared the website, and let's go ahead and get the thing back up. I'll share the website in the chat as well for the eclipse guide.
Here we are back in the Eclipse Command Center. I think I can blow this up a little bit more.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's good.
This is the homepage of the eclipse guide, and it's really funny because I've been working on these pages for a while, and I did a lot of work to get to the point that I'm at now this last week. And my husband was editing it, and he said this page really sucked, and yeah, I kind of
like it.
I kind of agree with him because I didn't exactly know what was going to be on this page, and I still don't. So we were arguing over the title of this page, and finally I just slammed in Eclipse Command Center, and I thought it would be cute to leave it like that, at least for a little while, because after all, it's my site, I can do what I want.
Yeah, and it's like everything; it evolves and grows. And
oh yes, this site is we are in the middle of I am in the middle of developing this site.
Right,
and
cool.
I'm really excited that coming on here, I've been able to put this together because it's really been helpful. And in here, right here, I talk about how to navigate these pages. And oh, why do you have that on there, honey? I don't know. But let's go back up to the top.
You had some really good animations for them too.
Oh, I do. I have some animations, but one of the things that I say in how to use the site, I talk about this eclipse menu. Okay, so this is the menu to get into the pages. And I'll just go through these real quick. The solar eclipses page is done. The lunar eclipse page is not on. Here's the annular eclipse. Here's the total eclipse. And if you keep going down, I just put this in here, an eclipse home. So every page has this on. And if you click on one of these, you go to this placeholder page. So I wanted to talk a little bit just about, I'm developing the pages and what I'm doing. So a lot of times when I'm doing these little site pages like this, I make a placeholder to capture the links that don't go anywhere because um, they're not, you want to have everything on there, but they're not always active. And then when you're trying to troubleshoot it, you go in there and you hit the wrong thing and you get an error, and it's very annoying. So you make a little page I've made a little page to get people, and it says these are the working links. So these are the ones that work. The end of the page, when all is said and done, probably after these 2 eclipses go, I probably will not have them on that menu. There'll be something else up there. One thing I know I want to put on there is a eclipse safety. I think it's really important to do that.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to go to the solar eclipse page. This is
Oh,
basically about
beautiful.
solar eclipses. And there we go.
I love that graphic.
Yeah, I made this for the solar eclipse in 2017, and once I make a graphic, I can use it and reuse it. So nothing
Cool.
really kind of goes to waste.
Yep.
And we talk about the Saros cycles on here. And here you go, some helpful sites to find solar eclipse information. What I just wanted to talk about here briefly, Mystery Eclipse. Mystery Eclipse, Fred Espenek. If you've done any solar work, you probably know about him.
Yep.
He retired from NASA, but he maintained NASA's eclipse pages for many years. So one of the things that, it's not on this one, we're going to be looking more at Fred Espenek's pages. And
just so you know, David came in with a comment. One thing I found after seeing 7 eclipses so far is the area conditions have a big bearing on the eclipse darkness factor. I didn't realize that.
Oh, I believe that. I believe that. It's so, wow. Astronomy is a lot about the terrain you're observing from.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you're going to get. Okay, we're also going to talk about Xavier M. Zubier. I don't know how to pronounce it. He does these interactive Google Maps. He is just got so much incredible stuff out there. I want to meet this guy, and we're going to look at some of his stuff.
Oh, David goes, I saw the 2016 from a cruise ship in the ocean. The U.S. 2017, the USA mountain country was so deeper. Okay, interesting.
Oh, I want to do a cruise ship eclipse someday.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That's on my bucket list.
Yeah, I bet it's nice at night too on a cruise ship out in the ocean.
Yeah, it is. It really is. If there's not a lot of mist. So I'm going to go over now. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to go over to the annular eclipse. And we're going to talk about real events that are coming up.
Cool.
So this is a new graphic I made for this page. And this is a still picture that I took from Xavier Jubier's annular solar eclipse. And there's the path of the annular eclipse.
Cliff goes, thanks for looking at my club page. Isn't that nice?
Oh, I love that club page. I go there a lot.
Yes.
I was wondering if there is is there another page, or is that their Facebook page, the club page?
Oh, I don't know if Cliff has like a website for.
Well,
Yeah, maybe he could get back to us.
last time I talked to Cliff,
Yeah.
the Facebook page was their web page. But
Okay.
Cliff, let us know if you've got another page for it now.
Yeah, please.
That's what I thought, because I looked pretty hard for it. So the annular eclipse, the what do you call it? Greatest eclipse is in Nicaragua. And I passed that by. I call this the Great America eclipse, because it goes through North America, Central America, and South America.
Wow, that's amazing.
It gets to all of them, which is, I
Right?
think, is kind of neat. But we got
That's
more
a big
interesting
footprint.
things to see down here. Okay, here we go. This
Ooh,
is the Fred Espenek thing.
I
We're
love
going to
this
watch
graphic.
the eclipse. It's going to start over. Here we go. It's starting over. There it comes.
And that dark dot, that's the path of totality, right?
That's the center line.
Or, well, I guess with an annular, it never really gets total.
Right. Well, this one is 99.6.
Wow.
Somewhere's along the line there. And wow,
That's
I mean,
pretty darn close.
yeah, but you still can't look at it.
Yep.
You can't look at it.
That's
so,
right. Not safe.
Coming down here is this eclipsophile. Any eclipse you want to go to, they give you the climate and the weather for eclipses. It's really incredible. It's just really incredible. And
oh, Cliff did say that is his only page. The
that's the impression I got from going out on the internet.
Yep. Thanks, Cliff.
Yeah.
And it's good. You're doing a good job. It's beautiful.
So here's Fred Espenek's eclipse wise. He's Mr. Eclipse, and he's also eclipse wise. And you know, I didn't set this up for us to look at this, but he has a page on here. He has pages. Let's see, recent and upcoming eclipses. There's this one page that he has that you get like a graphic overview of.
I've been to a lot of his pages over the years.
This is that the one? This one. This here. Okay, so if you look at this, what I like about this is you can come in here and you can look ahead and you can say, oh, look, that's going over North America. You know, oh, look where that's going, you know, so you can see if you're going to be in it. Yeah, you know, if you want to look for an eclipse that's coming up, you can just look at these graphics. And I think it's just so fantastic. Just look for the graphics on his website. It's
so
really...
we got some comments for you. Dan Tweet says, how often are visible stars occulted by solar system bodies? That could be anything, really.
The answer is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to get technical like that too.
Oh, yeah.
The moon is constantly getting between us and occulting astronomical. There's actually an organization called IOTA, International Occultation and Transit Association, that they keep track of all the different things. It's really interesting because for years, astronomers, it was really so important that we could do occultations because it gave us important data.
Yes.
And what I find really interesting, and kind of that question about the Webb telescope got me thinking, but what I find really interesting, you know, when DART hit that moon,
right?
The way we confirmed the event and that the orbit was changed was by astronomers all over the world watching for the eclipse of, I guess you'd call it a transit. It would be a transit. Whenever the moon would transit in front of the primary, that dimming effect that you get, and that's what we used. We used a whole lot of people's very powerful telescopes. Some of them are very powerful. You know, I mean, we got huge instruments today. We've got, you know,
Yes.
5 meter lenses, 5 meter
Oh,
binoculars,
even
whatever.
even
It's really
amateurs are
impressive.
building. Heck, you've built what was the big one you built? 12 or 20 inch?
I built a 12, but I've known
12 inch.
people building 20s. I've known people
Yeah.
building
Oh yeah,
31.
36 inch. That was Norm and his buddies.
Oh yeah, they just but occultations.
So which one, Cliff? There's two coming up. I bet you're gonna be here in April, and you better tell us where you're gonna be. It would be nice to
Oh,
see
I don't
you.
know. He might want to come in October.
Yeah.
We're not
Well,
there yet, you know. I haven't gone over that eclipse yet.
no. Also, Dave says, "Are you aware on April 20th, 2023, we have a total solar eclipse?" I hope I say this right. Ningaloo on Western Australia's stunning coral coast will be the only best location in the world to see it happen. Oh my God, I would love to do that. I would love to go there to see that.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. That should definitely be on the almanac. The
Yeah, my almanac there's 4 to 6 every year. I
yeah.
think
Well,
there's four
I was
this
talking
year.
about Astra's celestial almanac.
Yeah, that's cool too.
I go over all the eclipses.
Right. 19th, 20th annular, May 5th penumbral, October 14th annular, October 20th partial. But yeah, I'm just gonna list them and you can go into the details from your
Here's
site.
my,
That's
here's my book I use all the
Yep.
time. Everything's in here, and I get it, and I start out the year, and I summarize from there. So they put all
Yeah,
the
I'll have to get
eclipses
those
in there.
someday too. That looks
Yeah,
like a
it's
good resource.
it is, and I use it to write the celestial almanac, what's up in the night sky.
Cool.
But there's something else I was thinking of. Okay, I'm ready to go into the total solar eclipses.
All right.
Are we ready? I forgot
Yeah.
what we were talking about when
Totally.
we went off track. I don't mind being off track. Okay, there's the annular. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click on the total.
I love that pop up from the side. That's neat. It's a lot
Yeah,
like
I found this on the internet when I made the original 2017 eclipse, and I've just brought it over and I'm using it on here now. And I like these little pictures. I have little pictures. That's a total. The menu has. I want to change this. I'm going to make it more like a partial eclipse, and I'm going to put this color on it. And then I'm going to have a lunar eclipse here, but I didn't. I ran out of time to do that.
Yeah, well,
it's always tomorrow or next week.
The thing that I marvel at is you've done all this. You've coded it all yourself.
Oh yeah, these are all my little buddies. Look at that.
This is Dave. So we know about them because of the almanacs. They're in there.
Yeah. This little thing here is like when I first put things on my site that did this, I needed separate images. I needed tons and tons of code to make that happen. And now all I have to do is put one word in a file and do this because the web stuff has just changed so much over the years. So the total eclipse of April 8th, 2024. Here we are. So I very much enjoyed writing this description of where the center line goes and the path of it. Total solar eclipse, Saros 139 emerges from the Pacific Ocean and enters Mexico near Mazatlan. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. No need to do that. But we can see here. Once again, I took Xavier's map.
Right.
There's Mazatlan. Remember Mazatlan, Pam?
Yep. Oh yeah.
And then just a little beyond that, up on this mountain here. This is if I'm not mistaken, this is like some of the highest mountains in this side of the pond. Yeah, they are. But we're gonna keep going because there's more to show. I want to show this off. Mystery clip.
That's actually coming right through Ohio, though. So I'm excited about that.
It is. We're gonna get closer, and if you guys want to, if you're willing, we can go into this this map, and I'll show you how it works. But I wanted to show this, and I'm gonna have to shrink it down a little bit.
Boom! Right through it, Lake Erie. Wow.
Yeah, it is. This is I'm just so thrilled because Fred Espenek. I'll go
Oh
down
yeah.
one more. I want you guys to see his. He allows anyone to take these pictures as long as they put his name up there, the eclipse wise, and give him his credit. He doesn't care if you use them, and I just think that this is just a beautiful graphic.
It is.
I mean, the ones that we had before, I was working with the old ones, and they just were falling apart. But this is the best way to kind of what you want to do if you have an eclipse, to go to his eclipse wise and find it, and you can print this out and have a beautiful printout of the eclipse you want to see.
Oh, I bet that makes a good printout. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so here you are there. So I was really, really thrilled with this, and I wanted to give a little plug for Mr. Espenek.
Oh yeah, he's.
I really doing this is, wow.
Yeah, he's done it for most of his life, I think.
What's that?
I think he's done this stuff for most of his life.
Well, he certainly did it at NASA.
Yeah.
And people, astronomers all over the world used his thing,
Yep.
used his page. Actually, it's this. Oh, why don't we go here? That's what you got before. Want me to blow it up? Can I blow it up? That's what you got before.
Looks good.
Just compare the difference. And the thing is, the reason why is the better graphics that we have today. You can see, they're just easier, better. Our computers can crunch more data. The old computers would just choke on the bigger pictures.
Oh yeah.
And you can go through these on your own, but these are some of the good things. And here's the eclipsophile, which I like to show you. But yeah, why don't we go look at this total solar eclipse in Mexico?
Oh, Cliff asks, so which one eclipse, April or October, would be the best?
Oh, well. This is an annular eclipse. If you want a total eclipse, I mean, this is a total eclipse. The other one we were looking at was annular.
Yeah.
So let's just show you. I can zoom in here. We can get some detail. These maps are incredible. They're just incredible.
Wow, look at that.
Oh,
so the center line there, that's the path of totality, and the wider one, that's the footprint of totality, right?
Yeah, okay. That's what we call the center line.
Oh, you got a fan. Barbara Varney's here. Says hi, Aunt Dawn.
Oh yeah, she called me earlier today.
Oh, cool. So welcome, Barbara. Glad you're here.
So Mazatlan, Pam and I were there not too long ago in 1991.
1991. That was a while ago.
1991. We were over here. Oh, look, Pam, Los Barriles is on the map.
Cool.
It's like, I want to go there. So Mazatlan has a fairly good chance of getting nice weather.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to try.
I remember in 91, they were saying in Hawaii it was overcast, but we were fine in La Paz. It was amazing.
Oh, I remember the 1991 eclipse, and I had some friends that went to the eclipse in Hawaii, and they said, yeah, you didn't get to see it if you didn't go on the right side of the island where the sun was shining.
Oh.
And all those islands, they have a weather and a lee. And if you were on the weather sides of those islands, then you wouldn't see it because they were cloudy. So that is the thing about eclipses. And I went to I went to Antigua in
Oh,
1998.
she's still
And
talking.
we were so
Oh,
excited. We were looking at Montserrat erupting, and we were having a great time. And we said, we're going to go out on the beach and watch the eclipse. Well, maybe we should go to the other side of the island and see what that's like. So we went one day ahead of time. We drove over there, and it wasn't that far of a drive. And the morning of the eclipse, sure enough, it was totally and completely cloudy. So, yeah, you got to be willing to move. I mean, if you
oh,
really want to see an eclipse, and that's one of the problems with this eclipse. Now, Mazatlan, yeah, you have a good chance of getting good weather, but if you go to Mazatlan and it's not nice and you decide you want to move, see this mountain here? Yeah, I
oh,
mean,
wait,
you
let's go
can't
back
go
there.
anywhere. Oh yeah. This is one of the things on this map. This is the uh, total solar eclipse. This is the greatest eclipse. And the only thing I don't like about this particular thing is that it doesn't just say greatest eclipse, but that's what you're getting. That's where you get the longest duration
All right. Okay.
and maybe even the biggest coverage. So as you go through the US, you're getting less time. Okay, I'm looking at the time. You get,
Yeah.
what do you get? Do you see how much time you get? I can't find it.
It's really small for
Yeah, it's
us.
very, very small for us. We have some comments though. You ready for that?
Okay, let me flip back to the other screen. Okay, I'm back. I can see the comments now. Comments now.
Yeah, Dave says he thought it'd be a discussion on eclipses in general. It's becoming just a tad too much U.S. centric. Well, that's what we know, Dave. We're here, and so it's really hard to talk about things we don't know about. Cliff says my friend is in Texas. Tom Pickett was looking to go there. He's an astronomy genius. Tell him about the show, and maybe he can be a guest on our show, Cliff. That'd be awesome.
Really, it's really interesting. The annular eclipse and the solar eclipse, these two eclipses, they cross over a little area in Texas.
Right.
And Fred Espenek, he's got a book that actually discusses, like if I lived anywhere near there, that's where I would go to. That's where I would want to go see it.
Nice. Yeah.
I would want to go there because, yeah, it is kind of unusual for us at a location for you to get an eclipse. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 268 years apart.
Wow.
Now this place in Texas is getting an eclipse, not even 6 months apart.
Hey, thanks for joining us,
Hey,
Dave. See ya.
David, thanks for coming. Oh, it's incredible that there's some places in the US closer to us here that are actually getting the 2017 eclipse and the 2024 eclipse. Some places
Oh, there's kind of a crossover for those two, isn't there?
there's some places who are getting that. I mean, that's pretty unusual. So, yeah. We're ready to go back over to the map. So what you have here is I didn't see any minutes there. Let's look at Mazatlan. Mazatlan gets, okay. It doesn't like to go off of this. I don't know why. It doesn't like to stop showing that. You go anywhere near that, they get 4 minutes and 19 seconds. I get here in Cleveland 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So it's not a tremendous a lot. All right, we go in around, this is going into Texas. It's around Piedras Negras.
Cliff says, don't know if the wife wants me to stay for that long, but it's not that many months apart, October to April.
If you live near Dallas and Fort Worth area, you're pretty lucky. Waco's in there. Waco's in there. And, here we're going to go across. Here's Carbondale. I'm pretty sure Carbondale got to see the other eclipse too. And And then we get up to Indianapolis is, boy, those people are getting it. It's going straight across their state.
Nice.
I don't want to, get too belabored on anything. So here's Cleveland.
Yep.
We get, you'll see it on the back on the eclipse page. There's a place called Veterans Park in Fairview, not Fairview, in Avon Lake, that is actually very close to the center line.
Oh, and that's
real close to the center line.
the
But
main the main benefit about Ohio is I have family and friends there.
yeah, that's right. So here you go. It crosses Lake Erie. I don't think it really goes into Canada. That's the line there. See, and then it goes over Lake Ontario, and so it doesn't get into Canada until it crosses Ontario. So it only goes on the American side.
I love the detail in this.
Yeah, and I mean you can really blow it up. I'll just take it along. Here's was it somewhere we're going across Lake Champlain? I think that's it here. I think that's Lake Champlain. And like here's Vermont and here's New Hampshire.
Barbara says, same here. Winters are way too cold.
Here's where it goes off in New Brunswick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't mention this little island here. And then it goes across Newfoundland. And then it just keeps going into the ocean.
Yeah.
But there you go. There you can see. And when you click on a site, let's click on something in the eclipse zone, please. Let's go to Sherbrooke. It will show you. And then there's this little picture here, which, yeah, I know you can't see it at all. Let me see if I can blow it up anymore. Is it getting any better?
Yeah, wow. That's
I gotta move over this way. Okay,
really
so this little diagram here, which it's hard to see, but when you go over here, you get what the local circumstances are, the partial eclipse, that's the first contact, start of the total eclipse, second contact, the maximum eclipse, the end of the total eclipse, and the partial eclipse.
Wow.
And I just think that's incredible the way, it is really hard to see, but that's just incredible.
Well, and people can go and check it out.
Oh, yeah, they can do it. They can go on their own.
Cliff says Waco is where we stayed in 2017. He and Dave came to the States for that eclipse, and not far from you say JLP here, Cliff.
JPL.
And then the Stone's Throw to KSC. So when you say JLP, you mean JPL? Because that's in California. Help me out there, Cliff. Tell me what you're thinking about there. And where is Barbara, Dawn? Where's your niece?
She's in Vegas, Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's in Las Vegas. So
well,
she doesn't get to see where these eclipses in Las Vegas. You guys, you don't get any. You don't get it. You don't get to see it. So there's my brother.
Oh, Larry.
Yeah. L2K. I didn't know what he had on there.
Oh, I missed him. Thanks, Larry, for joining us. That's cool.
Yeah, Larry, you want to see my... There's Barbara. You want to see your outlook for the upcoming solar eclipse in 2024?
Yep, Dawn has a reference.
Let me get back to it. Okay, so I'm gonna creep up here. It says why Astra is bearish on the 2024 solar eclipse. Okay. Now, you remember how I showed you this site here, Eclipsophile, where they give you climate and weather for celestial events? Okay. They go on and on in every single eclipse that they cover, solar and lunar. I believe they do total lunar eclipses, but they give you a lot of information and they analyze the weather. I recommend that if you're looking to go to observe any eclipse anywhere in the world, you check out their site, because if it's as exciting enough for you to want to go there, they probably want to cover it.
So Nancy's here. She says, hi, Dawn. It's Nancy here too. Nancy Hall.
Hi, Nancy. Hey, thanks for showing up. Now, you guys ready to see what it's going to be like in April, on April 8th of 2024? Now, one of the things I found on the Eclipsophile site is a map from NOAA where they cover the weather from it's like 50 years of weather on April 8th,
Ah, okay.
all gathered together, and this is what it looks like.
Oh, let me go back there. Hang on.
Tell me if it's too big.
No, it looks good. Looks great.
It looks terrible. What do you mean? It looks awful.
Well,
Okay.
The image looks good.
Here's the eclipse track. Okay. That long line there. Okay. What you
oh yeah.
have here is 3 low pressure areas that
Uh-oh.
dominate the whole entire US from Texas to Maine.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You've got the Colorado low, and I'm sure if you know anything about astronomy and have done any astronomy, you know that lows and astronomy are don't work very well together. Okay, lows. Those are all lows.
Yeah.
The highs are where you get the clear weather. The lows where you get the bad weather.
Because
And
the Lowe's that wants to come in there and crowd all the stuff together, right?
Well, the moisture can start coming out of the air. That's where you
so
Oh.
so this down here they call it the Gulf low. And then up in New England, they call it the Hatteras low.
Yeah.
Somehow they said in here they call it northeaster, but
Nor'easter, yeah, I've heard that.
doesn't nor'easter have to come out of the northeast?
You'd think.
I don't know. That's what I always thought. And then you got the Alberta Clipper. So up here in Maine, it's still going to be frozen. It's going to be frozen up here in Maine and Canada.
In April.
In April. Yeah,
Wow.
they're still, I mean, you have to realize April is only April 8th when this occurs it's like 3 weeks into spring.
Oh, that's true. Right.
It's,
And it could
a
be anything.
transition month. It's 3 weeks into spring. The prospects for us seeing the eclipse on at this time of the year are extremely low.
Uh-oh.
Now, one thing I will tell you is if you are in my home, if you're in my neighborhood outside and the sun is totally eclipsed by the moon, it's going to be dark as night. So wherever you are, you're going to be in pitch black nightness when that moon gets in front of the sun. So you will, and I remarked that in here. Here's what the bear says. In this image, the grim picture of North America's weather on the day of the eclipse, April 8th, shows not just one but 2 weather lows. It is early spring and April is a month of transition.
Yep.
The red eclipse track threads through 2 different low pressure tracks. Oh, and then there's the Alberta Clipper, just another low on the eclipse center line. The sky might be clear, but don't count on it. Just remember, even if the sky is totally cloud covered, you'll still see day turned into night during the eclipse. Hope you don't get wet. But
Nice.
it doesn't really matter because I've seen, what have I seen? Five solar eclipses. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, hard to beat the one in Baja because that was so long.
Oh, that was wonderful.
You get spoiled when it's that long.
Yeah, it was. We clocked it at 7 minutes. It was supposed to be 6 minutes and 58 seconds, but we actually clocked it. Our clocks, we said, when we timed it, that's what we timed.
Yeah.
Who knows what we did because we were just going crazy on the beach there.
Well,
it's so incredible. It's so incredible.
Yeah.
If you've ever been out at a solar eclipse, people just go crazy.
Yep.
You just absolutely lose it. Just like the natives did all those years ago. You absolutely lose it.
So, Dawn, anything else you want to share from your pages?
Let's see. You know what? This is the last step. So please go out there and enjoy those pages, everyone.
Oh, it's an
And
incredible
I
resource.
will stop sharing my screen so we
Okay.
can get back to everyday
Yeah.
spacer.
Oh, let's see. Cliff goes, you're scaring me. Might have to go to Mexico to my friend Jorge Alba's.
Mexico, yeah, and it lasts a little longer too.
Yeah, it does. So then Daniel says, do eclipses last longer if you are closer to the equator? It's closer to the center line and the greatest totality, I think is the term, right, Dawn?
Yeah, well, the greatest totality, and the thing is that it varies, and
Yep.
it varies because of where the sun and the moon and the earth are located. It's all about it's a three body proposition. It's all
Yeah.
about where they're located. When Earth is farthest from the sun, of course, the sun appears smaller, and when the moon is closer to the Earth, the moon appears bigger.
Yes.
I mean, it's not really a whole lot, but
It's like
until you're
4%.
talking about the one coming between the other,
Yeah.
then it really does make a difference. And so the moon is constantly, roaming around us. Every month it goes through apogee and perigee,
Yep.
close and far, and the Earth every year gets closer and further from the sun. So basically, we're stuck on that treadmill,
Yep.
and that's what runs it. And I just read something on the NASA eclipse site that in 600 million years, the moon will be too far away to totally cover the sun anymore, but I'm not losing any sleep over it.
No, but but it is kind of a unique position that we're in, that we can see the totality of both because of where they are on their sizes. And
It's really
but
incredible.
yeah, someday there will be no more total eclipses ever from the Earth.
Right,
From you,
right.
Larry
You'll
says.
probably still get. I'm waiting for the clouds.
Yeah,
Don't get wet, bro.
don't hold your breath, man.
Whatever you do, don't buy a new telescope.
Yeah, don't buy a new telescope in April.
Well, if you do, keep it off the street.
Well, no, it's just
It's buying it apparently. That's Cliff.
buying telescopes seems to be a storm trigger.
Yeah, it's the spell for bringing clouds.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep watching for comments. Anything else, Dawn? Well, you closed out the site. We got a couple little segments here, and we'll like I said, we'll watch for comments and answer them as they come in. So you're up.
And you're going to tell us what's going to be out there, right?
Yep.
For the week, yep.
Some stellar events this week from January 27th through February 3rd. January 28th, first quarter moon. The moon sets early, so it's good for observing.
Early. Yeah.
And Uranus and the moon are in conjunction. January 30th, there's an occultation of Mars by the moon. That's 9 p.m. Pacific time. And that is Mars going behind the moon rather than in front of it, because that would be bad. And Mercury's greatest western elongation, look for Mercury in the morning before sunrise.
Right.
Southern Hemisphere.
Oh, Southern Hemisphere. Okay.
I had to throw that out, Cliff.
That's cool.
Yeah. And, this week was pretty quiet, just 2 days worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And February starts off kind of quiet too, because the next thing up in the week is February 3rd, Friday night show.
Yep. That's it for the week.
And we'll do another profile, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. Find us Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the Everyday Spacer Facebook page and the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel. So
I just want to cover a couple events real quick. The different competitions, we're going to start looking for those for spring. A lot of science fairs happen. So yeah, start looking for those February, March. Then they have opened up, let me find it here. It's the, yep. Where is it? Yeah, the Perseverance. Yeah. Here it is. The 6th round of Perseverance, nominate a student with Perseverance, started January 24th. So we'll look at that a little bit later and talk about all the cycle for that. Yeah, that's gonna do it for that for right now. I think I'll work on that segment a little bit more so you can have more information.
Okay, got another comment. Cliff.
Yeah, cameras too.
Yeah, cameras and telescopes.
Yeah, he's bought some cameras and he's had clouds for what'd you say, Cliff? 2 years, the last 2 years. He's increased his stable of equipment, but he hasn't been able to use it. Poor guy. Yeah, sorry about that, man.
I see Barbara asking what we're going to see in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Your comment. Should we go on the? Should we go back to that thing real quick? And
yeah, if you want to, that's cool.
We'll see what we can see in Vegas here. I got to share my screen again, right?
Yeah.
Let me pull it up on my screen before
sure.
I start sharing it, because I left it open. Okay, good. I'm gonna fiddle with this, and we're gonna go to Vegas and see what we can see.
Good question, Barbara.
Okay, let me share the screen here. Okay, so this is the path of totality. But normally when there's an eclipse, sometimes it does this. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes it, instead of just letting me move it, it decides I want to zoom in on something, because you have to like pull it around like this.
Yeah.
So here we are. Let's see what we get to see in Las Vegas. Maximum eclipse. That's what you're going to see in Vegas. Can you see that well enough?
Yeah.
I can try.
Yeah, why don't you read it out as well for anybody?
I will. Yeah. I'm just thinking I'm going to try to bring it out here.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's great.
I gotta get this goofy thing working. This was that thing that I was kind of, now I'm by the controls now. This is the thing I was kind of griping about, being a little tiny, this little blue square in the middle. Yeah. So you can see your longitude and latitude. You can actually put it very close to the latitude you want. And this little box tells you what you can see. And we have to, if we're going to go to the CDN, you're going to have a partial eclipse. You have a partial eclipse for 2 hours, but you cannot ever look at that, but you can make a pinhole camera.
Yep.
So this little diagram here is actually interactive. And right now it's showing fourth contact. So that's the end of the eclipse. So you got to go to the partial eclipse. That's where the sun's coming in. There's maximum eclipse. So the yellow shows you what part of the sun is going to be showing. And
boy, that's cool.
You get a pinhole camera, you get a piece of paper and get it like a cardboard and put a pinhole in it. You can, focus the sun on the ground through that. And you'll see that little sliver there. It'll look like a moon, a little moon.
Yeah, crescent moon.
Yeah, it'll look like a crescent moon, only it'll be the sun.
Yeah.
So I encourage anyone to use these when you're looking at eclipses. And I had a really great time. I'm going to go back out of here so we're not.
Yeah, Cliff says that's a fantastic. It's a fantastic resource. Yeah.
It is, and one of the things I put on that when I talked about the guy is Xavier Zubre. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, Zubier.
Yeah.
Xavier. He has a little thing on there asking for donations, and I said, Xavier puts this out for free. If you like his service, why don't you donate to it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, it's incredible. It's incredible what we have. We have free access and things like that. We have free access to. That is people that have put their time into it. And boy, he's got a blog out there where he talks about his eclipse chasing. He has seen 22 solar eclipses.
Oh, wow.
According to his site.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really happy to be here. I'm so glad you guys invited me, and I've been able to actually hurry up my work on my pages, and that's
Oh
good
yeah,
too.
good. Yeah.
I
Oh,
need
happy
encouragement
to have you,
sometimes.
and you're welcome back. And if you want to kick off your show, let us know. We'll make sure everybody knows about it.
Okay, well, thank you everyone who knows me who came out because I put my thing on the Facebook pages.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got a little bit more, and then we'll wrap it up. And have a good week, everybody.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, if you or someone you know has done something interesting involving space exploration, science, or astronomy, we'd love to share our live. Join us again next Friday, February 3rd, where we will profile per request Wubo Ockels,
I think it's Wubo Ockels.
the first Dutch astronaut. And Friday 10th, Derek Wallentinson returns.
Yeah, February 10th, honey.
Oh, what'd I say?
Friday.
Oh, February 10th.
All right, so I'm gonna also share something because this was pretty cool. Where'd it go? So you want to share it for me? Oh, that's sure. Here. Hold on.
Yep.
This one. So we got an email again because Derek has been on our show before. Hi, Pam. It's 2023. I have a new topic for Everyday Space Earth. He just went to Chile to see Gemini South, Vera Rubin, Alma, and other observatories. I like to share my experiences. And he sent us this amazing picture.
Oh, please have him on.
Yeah, he's coming back on February the 10th. So
Yay.
definitely come and tune in. Wanted to kind of pique your interest there. Oh, we got another comment. Let's see. Amateur radio and astronomy tend to overlap. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I'm working on a radio astronomy page.
Yeah, very good.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm not surprised at all. All right, folks. Have a great week. Come back and see us next Friday. And yeah, we'll see what happens after that. Good night. Oh, yeah, let's do a shout out. Barbara, Cliff, Daniel, Larry. Larry, thanks for joining us. New folks who are here for the first time. Nancy. I know we had David here for a while. Barbara.
Scott.
Yep, Scott. We really appreciate you coming out and helping us make a much better show. Otherwise, it'd be just us talking. So thanks a lot, folks.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.